This is it, what? Fettuccine with the team, we getting lit. What? Got it rolled up, now who really tryna hit one? Puff, puff, then we pass. Then we pass. Then we pass. This is it, what? Fettuccine with the team, we getting lit. What? Got it rolled up.
What?
We here, man.
What?
What's cracking?
What?
Yo, you seen Lil' Kim lately in the little her highlights? How she throwing the whole like that's her joint now.
I like because she's been doing that since Quiet
Like
Storm.
that's I fucks with it. You gotta do it because that's what people look for now.
That's what we need from you.
And she's just giving the people what they want.
Just like how Mary got to do the whole, the giraffe dance.
like she turning double dutch and shit.
Right. She got to give it to us.
I love that shit.
Right. This is how they evolve.
Like stop playing. Just give us what we want and then we good. Like
that's it.
That's all you gotta do. People be trying to do too much. It's like chill. So we ain't gonna do too much.
We not.
We gonna get right into it. You already know what it is. It's your man EarthTone.
And your man the real Peasy.
And this is the Herbal Tea Podcast. Episode what?
59.
What?
59, 55.
You know what I'm saying? 55, 59 on your ass.
Right.
Fuck you talking 15, man.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Shout out to y'all sticking with us.
Yeah, and you know one of these. This is one of them special episodes.
It is one of the special
ones.
ones.
We gonna take it to the pavement.
Pavement.
The concrete.
Still hot.
The jungle.
Still crazy.
See what it is out in these streets among the community. The community.
You know
what I'm saying?
Ow.
So what's going on? We got our expert.
You got your favorite street correspondent.
Of course.
Out here.
Come on, man.
In these streets.
Come
you
on.
already know what's going on. So we're going to start with the needle drop. I want y'all to get a load of this. So we added something to the needle drop.
Okay.
And we have a new category we're going to open up for y'all as soon as I finish the actual needle drop list.
Ooh, I'm excited. Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So this is what's going on. So first on the needle drop, Kid Ken and Deli Bow at it again.
You know they stay acting up.
They stay acting up. So they at it again with a new joint and it's called At It Again.
See?
So you already know where that's going. It's kind of about, he not missing. He signed to Def Jam. He better not be missing.
Wait, who signed to Def Jam?
Kid Ken.
Okay.
Kid Ken is signed to Def Jam.
Let it be known.
The legendary Def Jam.
Let it be known.
Right. So shout out to him. Shout out to him doing the track and serving us again. Saucy Santana, another alum that's signed as well.
What he done did?
He got a new song called Booty, 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 Booty,
rocking everywhere.
With
remember that shit?
None other than I do remember that. Right. Who was that?
Showing my age. Bubba Sparks.
Bubba Sparks.
Come on now.
All right. But Saucy Santana got the song Booty with Lotto.
That's a big
one
feature.
and only Lotto. That's a very big feature.
That's a big.
It's not light. I think she just went to number one.
Big names.
That's a big name.
Big range.
As it should be. You know what I'm saying?
Big
We out
change.
here. The next one, bringing to the stage, Rina Sawayama.
Ooh.
I feel like we had her before.
Who?
Rina Sawayama.
I like that.
She's like a Japanese American artist. She does. I would say she kind of does like pop rock, indie rock type situation. She got a song called "Catch Me in the Air," and I kind of like how breezy it sounds. You know what I'm saying?
Not Catch Me Outside.
Catch Me in the Air.
Ooh.
Right. Exactly.
Okay.
I hope it's not monkeypox, but
Listen,
just saying,
I'm
you
not
catch a lot of things in the air.
I'm really not trying to catch you in the air.
Right.
But I feel where you going.
Only if you bringing me the energy that I need to be brought.
We could go there audibly.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And she pretty much does that.
Okay.
So shout out to her. Next one, Cakes the Killer. Back with a newer one. With the one and only 7 Deep.
Another one.
You know what I'm saying? They got a track called "Sip of My Sip."
I love it.
You know what I'm saying? You
Let's
already
do
know.
it.
You already know the vein that Cakes the Killer is in.
Yeah.
But I think 7 Deep kind of get him.
Ooh.
I think he kind of gets it.
Oh man, a head to head.
I'm just saying.
Damn.
It could happen. You know what I'm saying? For sure.
Do we have to critique? Do we have to elaborate?
Not really.
Okay.
You know
All right.
what I'm saying?
All right.
Just the songs.
Go check it
It's
out.
out there. Go check it
Need
out.
to drop.
All right. And I'm gonna bring you an ally. Chance the Rapper.
Come on.
With a new record featuring Joey Badass. The highs and the lows. Kind of a, you know what I'm saying, a bop here.
Okay.
All right. So now we bring it to the end of that. We have a new section that I like to introduce you. It's called the Ally Adjacent Pick of the Week. You know what I'm saying? So the Ally Adjacent Pick of the Week is basically songs that we come across, and they really come across from high profile allies. You know what I'm saying? And their tenuous relationship with the LGBT culture. So they're trying to come forth. They're trying to give us like a little bit of an acknowledgement, but they don't really give you the real activism stance that we look for from our allies. They usually come through, and because it's a music show, they usually come through in song and kind of represent and kind of give their little perspective.
So not quite an ally.
Not quite ally.
But ally adjacent.
Right, ally adjacent. We
Okay.
see you with your little songs.
Okay,
We see you with your little songs.
We see what you're doing.
With your songs. You know what I'm
We gonna
saying?
call
Your
you
little
out.
songs. All right. So the first one, this is the one that kind of brought this whole idea on. Kendrick Lamar has a record called Auntie Diaries. It's a song on his latest album, Mr. Morale and the Hot Stepper Heroes, Hot Stepper, Big Stepper.
Monty is a man now.
You know what I'm saying? And like, shout out to Kendrick Lamar, first of all, for, you know, the honesty and the transparency that you brought to the record.
not Mr. Morale and the Hot Steppers though.
Whatever the fuck it's called. Whatever. What is it? what's that?
I don't even know.
Irrelevant. But the song on the album, Auntie Diaries, you know, I guess it talks about two aunts and uncles that transition, in other words.
Yep.
And, you know, shout out to him for bringing forward that experience, because I'm sure it's relatable to a good portion of his audience, you know, namely the black community, and how they, you know, there's plenty of people in their families that kind of witness things like that. They don't know how to make sense of it because they see it at an early age. And this is him bringing those experiences to the forefront, kind of like what he saw through his eyes, I guess how it made him feel, what he went through, what kind of relationship he had with them. And it's kind of dope. Like, we hear you in that respect. You know, the ally adjacentness of it is like, while we see you representing, I'm sure you're evolving in your own way, in your own time. You know, we would definitely love for you to bring forth more of those experiences to wider audiences through other platforms. We definitely would like to hear the stories about what inspired it and what your thought process was for that. You know,
Peasy.
What's up?
Monty is a man now.
Oh shit. You done caught me. You done caught me.
I'm just saying.
God damn it. So, you know, shout out to Kendrick for that. Other ally adjacents that we're gonna give you.
There's more.
Just you know, just to kind of you get an idea of what we're doing.
Okay.
Drake's Nice for What? I would give him an ally adjacent because, of course, the big sample in there is Big Frida.
I mean,
a very prominent, visible member of the LGBT community that's been out there for a few years and whatnot.
I see what you're doing there.
He's doing bounce culture, you know, with the songs, kind of giving that bounce music vibe, tease that you want. You know what I'm saying?
Very much a tease.
Very much a tease. And putting in the Big Frida in there is cute. Very, very cute for you to do that. You know what I'm saying? Without any of the really acknowledgement of what inspired that, or any kind of thing that would let us know whose side you on.
But still giving the level of the platform.
The
fact that I see what you did.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So adjacent, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And I will also just throw in the bag any City Girl song with Saucy Santana in it. It kind of gives the same kind of energy. Just because y'all friends, it kind of gives, like, you know, when white people say they have a black friend. it kind of gives that situation.
Period.
That's where we at.
Okay.
So Ally Jason, pick of the week.
Heard you.
Take that. Here go your status updates. All right, we're gonna throw it across the borders real quick. You know, I see you getting your Spanish on. You know what I'm saying? I see you getting your little practice going on. So, you know what I'm saying? I wanna point you towards the direction of some prominent LGBTQ Latin artists.
I love it.
That are definitely on the rise. Because, you know, ever since Ricky Martin kind of came out and affirmed it for the Latinx community at large, there's definitely been a presence, more of a presence of openly LGBTQ members. So I'm going to bring you a little that came across the radar, a few.
Okay.
Omar Apollo, Mexican-American singer-songwriter who broke through in 2017 with the viral You Got Me before, you know, which he actually had to borrow $30 to record and put it on Spotify.
Wow.
And then it went viral and you know, got up to 15 million streams.
Of course it did.
So, you know what I'm saying? That's kind of his deal. The song that I came across that I'm feeling the most, Invincible, featuring Daniel Caesar. Definitely a little bit of a bop there.
I fuck with Daniel Caesar.
For sure. So this song is definitely like really, really, really cool. It's got like a house thing going on, but with an R&B twist, a little slower.
Sounds amazing.
I fuck with it. Anita.
Anita Baker?
No. Not Anita Baker.
Okay.
Anita with 2 T's.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? She's a trilingual Brazilian artist signed to Warner Music Brazil in 2013 when she dropped her debut self-titled album. The bop that I need y'all to pay attention to, Me Gusta, because it features Cardi B and Mike Towers. It's kind of a big record. It's kind of really, really giving like Latin pop with a hip-hop situation going on. It's really, really dope.
I like.
You should.
I mean,
you should. Next artist, Viano Antiano. You know what I'm saying? He is Puerto Rican trans reggaeton and Latin trap artist.
Love it.
And you know, the Latin trap, you know, we don't really see too many people openly out in the LGBT community doing that type of music. But this artist is known for creating cutting trans positive and LGBTQ affirming anthems. And one of those is called Veil Veil. You know what I'm saying? Here's the Veil Veil means I see, I see. So the line that I picked up from there, si yo no hace yo sí me odiaría. That means if I wasn't me, I would hate me too. That is the bar from hating that record. You already know.
It's for you hating asses.
Pretty much. Last but not least, you're going to dig this one. Kali Uchis. We done had her a little bit before on a K-Tronada single situation. She was definitely featured on the K-Tronada record, Bubba.
Okay.
On the song 10%. That's my girl, you know what I'm saying?
You can't much about me, but take my 10%.
Right, exactly. She is a Colombian-American singer who entered the scene with her genre-defying mixtape, Drunken Babble, in 2013.
Okay.
And the song that I need you to pay attention to right now is Fue Mejor, featuring an artist we just reviewed on the last episode, SZA.
Come on.
And SZA is giving you Spanish vocal as well right along with her.
See?
Shout out to these artists out here doing their thing in the Latin world. Multilingual artists. Check it out. You know what I'm saying? All right, we're going to switch gears. We're going to go to the Herbal TBT. Ooh. We haven't had one of those in a minute. Herbal TBT is where we take, you know, an artist's work who's of the LGBT community, and, you know, because of its prominence, we kind of look back on that and see what the influence was on the greater culture at large.
Absolutely.
And this time, we would like to bring forth Frank Ocean because he just celebrated the 10th anniversary of his landmark album, Channel Orange.
Come on, classic
album.
I feel like it's safe to say that's a classic right about now.
If you ask certain people, I think they would say that.
I mean,
if you ask me, I would have to maybe have a conversation with you about it at the least. But nonetheless, we're going to talk about it here. It was originally released July 10, 2012. Debuted at number 2 on the Billboard 200 and eventually earned a handful of Grammy nominations, and it won for Best Urban Contemporary Album the following year. Okay. And this album, I remember for Thinking About You and Lost. Oof. Those were the 2 songs that really kind of did it for me.
Yeah.
A lot of the songs is movies, but I mean, I think, okay, so here's really the thing about this album that stands out is right before it was released, he came out and, announced he was sexually fluid, which at that time opened up a lot of conversation at large in pop culture, definitely in the hip hop and R&B urban community about, what this means.
Exactly, yes.
You know what I'm saying? And we was on the come up in those years, and we seeing it in real time. And I never took him seriously, though, because I really thought it was just like,
it was always like a...
It was a big...
It was a power move almost. Like,
yeah. I felt like it was more than... But I won't say that it was insignificant, but I mean, for us,
wasn't, but it was just the time and it wasn't as...
It felt...
It wasn't as needed or important to announce it at that point.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
We was kind of... That needing to come out had kind of... Like, that was like a point where we realized, okay... That era is over as far as having to come out as an artist or as a person or as whatever. The kids nowadays, they don't even subject to that. They just like, what? Like,
that's what
we just living.
That's
like,
where we at.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I would definitely, I didn't think it was funny in that aspect because at that moment in time, like, it was just Latin or LGBT people in pop music. It wasn't many. So I see what he did there.
It was still a big moment.
I just don't think that he stood behind it like that. Like,
it was the after.
He didn't really show up. I don't really think
it was
he showed up like that.
He didn't do anything much after. He was kind of announced it and then he bounced.
And then he bounced. So it's like, what was that for? Like, was it authentic? Are you really? Maybe. I don't know. It just wasn't a whole lot of explanation on his part about it. So it kind of felt like you just kind of did it and then pulled the curtain back on yourself.
Agreed.
And like had buyer's remorse. I don't know what the fuck.
Buyer's remorse. No.
Whatever. But but in any way, shout out to Frank Ocean for kind of like sort of making his mark in history for doing that, because it, like I said, it opened up a lot of conversation, and I'm pretty sure a lot more people that were watching him felt more comfortable to come out and do music more so.
I was gonna say the music definitely made an impact
for sure,
at the very least,
and it was good. It was very good. And I mean, I was not only like maybe a year or so into being an out artist when it actually happened, so I'm kind of like watching like what's really going on here. So, but big up to Frank Ocean with the Channel Orange. It wasn't my favorite album. I'll have to say that as far as R&B is concerned. It just wasn't mine. How do you feel about that album?
I fucked with it. It was dope. Was that the Novocaine joint?
No, that's after. Novocaine was on Nostalgia Ultra. Like
Nostalgia Ultra is my album.
Okay.
That was my album.
And that's not even on streaming.
Channel Orange was hard too. I fucks with it. And I see why people call it a classic. He definitely made a significant mark in a short amount of time with a short discography.
Right, for sure.
Which that you can't take away from him, because his impact with what he did and the amount of time he did it, with the amount of content he did it with, is kind of remarkable. And it's up to, it's subjective. But I fuck with that project. I like the second one more. I feel like Novocaine, he hit his stride.
Yeah.
But that first album was like, wow, okay, we got to listen to this kid. We got to pay attention. He's somebody to reckon with. And
he was able to get Andre 3000 on the album.
Yeah, like he made some moves that was like, he came from like the storied crew. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Odd Future. It was a lot going on with his whole story.
Well,
so like,
for sure,
I fuck with it.
He definitely made some ripples for sure. Big up to Frank Ocean. Last but not least, I'm gonna just go ahead and bring out the Alliance, because we are celebrating the anniversary of Supergroup and the anniversary as a group, our 8th anniversary. as a group, because I think we dropped I Be On It, I think 4th of July of 2014, if I'm not mistaken.
2014.
It's 2014.
And it's 2022.
Right in the middle of your run for Gmail.
Listen,
EP.
that was my debut.
And then, you came right after. You had your coming out experience with that. And then right after that, you came and clicked up. So
I mean, when the stars align, sometimes you got to just listen to the universe.
You got to go with it. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to the Alliance, Mr. B Hood, DJ Swanee River, EarthTone, the infamous King of Positivity. You already know we all still here.
Come on, man.
Go check out that Opus super group. You know what I'm saying?
All streaming, all platforms.
Go check out Introducing the Alliance, out streaming. Go check out the prequel featuring the Alliance.
That's my shit.
You know what I'm saying? And go check out the little odds and ends. Make a Wish, I Be On It,
all that,
the stuff. And then when you through with that, check out the individual shit. Check out my shit. Check out EarthTone.
Like, we not just out here talking shit and talking blah blah about these artists. We does this. We does this.
We does this.
Does and does.
We been here. We been doing the damn thing.
Stop it.
And just want to say shout out to you, homie. You know what I'm saying, for clicking up, coming through.
Shout out to you, brethren, for coming through, pulling up, showing up, and showing out.
I try.
EarthTone.
And shout out to Mr. B Hood and DJ Swanee River as well for just making it complete.
Absolutely.
And that's where we gonna leave it in the streets.
Oh, okay. Well, you hit the pavement. Sometimes your insoles, they don't really give you the support you need.
Yeah.
But you still gotta run them streets. So you come home at the end of the day, all you wanna do, you wanna pack you a bowl or you wanna roll you a blunt.
Right.
And you wanna have a smoking session in the smoking section. Come on now. And once we get up in here, we like to do two things. We like to hit the blunt, hit the weed, you know what I'm saying? And we get inquisitive. We got a question. We want to know what's going on in these streets.
What's the questions?
What's going on with my girl Brittney Griner?
Oh man, BG.
Did she get locked up for weed? Like, that's the question I have. Like, is that what's going on? We're going to figure it out. But first, I'm going to hit this. Hold on.
Let's hit that blunt real quick.
Did she get locked up for weed? Well, first of all, who is Brittney Griner?
Talk to him.
6'9".
Really?
6'9".
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying? This is a woman.
She too tall.
Full grown specimen.
She too tall.
She not playing with you. WNBA basketball player. Won 2 championships. One in 2014 with the Phoenix Mercury. 2-time Defensive Player of the Year. Twice. 2 times. That's crazy. The only reason why she was in Russia, she was playing professionally during the NBA offseason, the WNBA offseason. So the thing is, this is a common practice amongst WNBA players, right?
Right.
The pro players, they go overseas, they get 4 times the bread they make in the United States, mind you.
Wait a minute.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah, catch your breath.
Oh my God, hold on. I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah.
That's for real?
Yeah, let me see the light of gas.
Right here.
Yep. Gas.
Jesus.
Because 4 times the amount they make in the States. So mind you, this is a common practice. This ain't nothing new. This ain't nothing she hasn't been doing. Right? She goes there. She plays for a team in Russia. So she's flying in. WNBA offseason just ended. Boom. She bodied this. She killed this. She going to Russia to play for the offseason. Go get 4 times the bread. Boom. Easy money. Right? Goes to the airport. Gets locked up. Why? THC.
Them damn weed pants.
Marijuana vape cartridges. They bagged her. She in there since February 2022. Mind you, you know what month we in. July. Alliance. Shout out to the Alliance.
You already.
You know what I'm saying?
Copy.
She out here all these months detained for weed cartridges. Man, mind you, in Phoenix, where she's coming from, traveling from the U.S. to Russia, it's legal to carry and hold these vapes. You know what I'm saying? You can hold a certain amount on you in certain states. Yeah. You know how it is in the United States. It's still illegal federally, though. You got to know your laws.
Right.
You got to know where you're going. You got to know where you're flying into. You got to know what you have on you, on your person. Right? So she gets detained February. She's in there. Russia not playing that shit. They like, you listen, you detained. We bring you up on charges of drug possession and smuggling, attempt to smuggle. So that's 2 charges. Like, they bring her up on. She's in there pretty much dolo for herself. So it becomes public. The WNBA, her team, her coaches, her wife back home, they all pleading to the government to step up. You know what I'm saying? Provide some aid. Show that y'all want to get her up out of there. Bring her home. You know what I'm saying? If this was LeBron James, he would be out of there. Get him out of there. Let's go. What we doing? Months go by. Continue. So that's where we at with it. So present day, fast forward, mind you, Russia is getting into it with the Ukraine. They trying to wage war with the Ukraine. So it's a lot going on in the midst of all of this, right? So she being detained for some vape cartridges. They trying to get Biden and all of them come through, pull up, get her up out of there. They sending letters and notes of encouragement, but they ain't really making no real action. Her wife is pleading with the government. They not really seeing no real movement. Yeah. So they pressed out here. They wondering what's going on. So fast forward to today, she pleads guilty to drug possession. It's like, oh shit, like
saw that.
What does that mean? Like, is it a rap? Like, is she pretty much, bowing out?
Yeah.
Sinking in, saying fuck it, I ain't even gonna fight no more?
Right.
Well, what it turns out is what she actually doing is paving the way for the nations to negotiate. So pretty much Russia has to find her guilty and put her, boom, she in a pot. Now she a chess piece. What y'all got? Y'all got a Russian prisoner over here in the United States. Do we want?
Right.
Let's trade.
Right.
What we doing?
Right.
So that's where it's at. Her lawyers is pretty much putting it in the hands of Biden and the United States government to negotiate with the the Russian government, and see what they could come up with. Can they come up with a trade? Is it everybody gonna be appeased, evenly happy? Let's do it. But the person that they looking at is a Russian prisoner who's like known for like killing like U.S. government officials and shit. Like, this ain't no slouch. Like, she only got caught with some vapes. Like, how's this an even exchange?
Yeah.
So like, that's where we at with it right now. And mind you, we talking about a WNBA professional championship winning 2 times defensive player of the year athlete that's being detained for some vape cartridges that she in a few days or last week admitted or pleaded guilty to having drug possession only because she was packing fast and forgot that she was packing the fucking vape cartridges and going to Russia.
Right.
Like, this is some crazy shit. And they trying to overturn all this shit in the States right now and get people out of jail for this shit. Mind you, she's being detained in Russia in the midst of a war for some fucking vape cartridges.
Yo, if this ain't the whole shit, if that isn't
like, it's like, where do you even start? And her shit keep getting pushed back.
Yeah.
They just pushed it back. Like, they made her detainment eligible until like December or something. So her trial just got pushed back a couple of weeks. So she possibly could be detained until the end of December. And she facing up to 10 years if she get convicted. Like, so this ain't no short-term time she looking at. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And she in a foreign country facing all of this.
She in a foreign fucking country. Free Brittney. And this isn't like we say free these people. Like, Russia is not like the Kremlin. Like Michael Jackson was talking about the Kremlin in one of his songs about how they was after him for some shit. You know what I'm saying? This is not like, this is some international affairs shit. Business. And Russia does whatever the fuck they want because they're not part of NATO.
They're not
in a land. There's a reason why we're at war with them right now. It's just crazy.
And they getting mad at us because we keep saying she was been wrongfully detained. They was like, listen, they pretty much like, look, watch your mouth. Because she's detained legally, and pretty much she just confessed to possessing illegal, drug possession. So like you gotta you
gotta play their game. You
gotta play at the end of the day. Like
you gotta play their game, and that's really, really like very, very valiant of her to make herself a chess piece like that. Like, and
I hope they bring her home. I hope they make the right move. I don't feel like it's gonna be a balanced thing.
I don't think so.
Giving up like a prisoner of war or something for somebody who detained on some weed, but like,
and what else they gonna ask for? Because we already back in Ukraine.
They don't want nobody else. Like,
no, I'm talking about as far as the war between Ukraine and Russia.
Yeah,
being that we're supporting Ukraine and all this outpouring support that we're doing for them. What are they gonna ask for?
It's not looking good for us. It's not looking good.
It's not.
But
unfortunately,
at the very least, it's interesting. It's a part of this 420 culture, the 420 news.
For sure.
And we're going to stay in tune, and we're going to keep y'all in tune as much as we in tune. You know what I'm saying? So,
and of course, because she Q plus family.
Absolutely. Listen, the first openly queer artist, queer athlete to sign a sponsorship deal with Nike.
Listen.
Let that set in for a second.
Yeah. Yeah.
Come on, man. Bring her home. Stop playing.
That's it, man.
Stop playing. Let's do it.
Right.
But that's where we at with it. And, that's what's going on in the smoking section. So we're going to do it, wrap it up, and end it like we always like to end it.
On a high note.
Free Brittney, man.
Free Brittney.
We getting lit. What? Got it rolled up. Now who really tryna hit? One puff, puff, then we pass.